feedback. There we go. I think we're live. Goodness gracious. Lord Eclipse, welcome. We are just getting started here. Eclipse, what part of the country are you from? Or a different country, maybe. Kansas, huh? Never been there. But I hear it's mainly flat. I just couldn't see living with the constant threat of tornadoes, though. That would really bother me. Three times a year, I guess. But still, it's terrifying. Yeah, I mean, we have the hurricanes down here, which is bad enough, but the hurricanes spawn tornadoes, so that becomes, you know, a big part of the problem. Okay, I think we're getting settled in now. What do we got? Where are we at? 10 people here. We are out of Florida. So yeah, got that like 7-month threat of hurricanes, you know. Yeah, you know, I grew up here, and I've been here for a long time. But I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm like, you know, does it logistically make sense to live in Florida anymore? And I don't know, man. I'm starting to think that there's other options out there in the world. Have you ever watched any of our videos on this channel, or did you just stumble in here tonight? Yeah, expensive housing is terrible down here. Absolutely terrible. You know, especially comparative to like Michigan or Indiana, different places. The problem is most people don't want to live in those places because of the extreme cold, which I totally understand. Not a fan of cold weather. Well, welcome anyway. What we do is, you know, we usually have some regulars here, plus people that kind of come in off the street, as it were, and we'll look at some Bigfoot pictures, you know, various things. We have a lot of conversation, and mainly about cryptid stuff. Obviously, all weird subjects are welcome. All questions are welcome. There's no dumb questions, but that's not true. Every once in a while I get one, but but we like to have a few drinks and talk about Bigfoot, so. That is, for the most part, true. Yeah, whenever there's a sighting, it becomes part of the media, especially social. Wow, especially social media. But even recently, like TMZ has been big on any sort of sighting or whatever. They've been reporting it now, which unfortunately they've both ended up being hoaxes, but Yeah. Proof is a funny thing, though, you know, because we're all kind of searching for the truth and say that we want evidence and proof and things like that, but then what happens to the Sasquatch creature when they find proof? I mean, you can bet that they'll end up in zoos and on some sort of medical slab getting dissected and studied and that sort of thing, just to become a known species. You can bet that the first, you know, I don't even know what number to say, 100, you know, if they find a couple, they'll start actively scientifically hunting them down. And I mean, you can bet that, you know, each zoo in the world is going to want one, you know, and then they'll have bounties on their heads and stuff like that. Yeah, they're quite elusive. Humans are pretty nosy, though, so you never know. They might find one day. I don't know. I kind of personally hope that never happens. It would kill the mystery and the myth of everything, and it would just kind of make it blasé, you know. Yeah, I mean, I think the more that we branch out as humans out into the wild and take over these areas and deforest these areas and stuff like that, the chance of them surviving is less and less, you know. I apologize, folks. I'm having just a small technical difficulty. I will be right back. Apologize for the pause. Yeah, Anton, I mean, there's a lot to sort out there. A lot of, like, you know, what's acceptable and what isn't, what's possibly real, you know? But the, just as an example, the Independence Day is a pretty interesting piece of footage if you haven't seen that yet. The thing is, you know, I would like to believe that aside from, you know, maybe, I don't know, 25, maybe, some 50, I don't know, 30. I can't believe that there's that many suits out in the world, you know? Like, who's building these things and why? There's certainly no financial gain in it unless you're in a commercial. Party City. Yeah, I'm sure you can get a pretty convincing Bigfoot suit there. But that's kind of what we do. I mean, we look for anomalies, you know? Like, there was that one video, I don't think it has a name necessarily, but like the legs had so many rolls at the bottom. I mean, it was just kind of obvious that it was a poorly fit suit, you know? Things like that just give it away. So, I know which one you're talking about, Anton, and that one was sort of proven to be a hoax. No, I do not have the capabilities of, well, actually I probably could. I never really thought about that before. I guess I could use YouTube. But, let's see. We actually did a video on that one, which showed the pant leg as it was stepping. And then, of course, Thinker Thunker, you know, did the video of, I think he measures, you know, whatever he measures. Ratios. Here it is. Wait a minute. That's not the one I want. This one. Depends on who's making the documentary there, Eclipse. So yeah, if you're really interested in that video breakdown, you can go back on our channel probably, I don't know, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. And we did a breakdown on that video frame by frame. And like I said, we kind of proved that it was a hoax. And then turned out that we got more information that the people that did the hoaxing, they're like an RV sales thing, and they have the suit, and they do promotional things with the suit and everything else. So this was just a publicity stunt. But yeah, so like I said, we spotted the pant leg when it first came out. So. Ozarks, and that's Missouri, is that right? I don't know if it's only in Missouri, but yeah, it looks like they span a few states though. It's like Missouri to like down into Arkansas and Oklahoma too. So. Let's see what else we got to look at. I don't really think you can actually use this photo to decipher much, but it claims to be a semi hitting a Sasquatch crossing the road. Wyoming is pretty mountainous. I bet there's a lot of sightings up there. Yeah, not a big fan of the BFRO, but I do use their website to check out known sightings, and they got it broke down pretty good by state and county. If you guys aren't subscribed, please, we would appreciate it. Stop by and click the button And that way you get the notification. You turn on the bell, you get the notification whenever we upload, which we upload. We do a live every 2 weeks, and we upload a video. Try to do once a week. Doesn't always work out that way because we have 2 channels. Our sister channel is called Cryptic Input, just like Bigfoot Input, but cryptic. And it does not necessarily deal with Bigfoot or cryptids, but it doesn't not either. It deals mainly with dark stories and storytelling. I do like little 5-minute stories that are usually, they're not feel-good stories. 9 inches across. Wow. How do you say your name? Is it Ettings? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Have you guys seen this one? So this one is the Independence Day footage. And what's cool about that footage is that when she picks up the baby's head moves. So like, I get that a lot of people are like, this is too good to be true and whatever else. The guy had seen her before, and he was there to film something. He had film equipment with him. So he set up knowing that she had dropped the baby there and that she was going to come back for it. So he set up the camera, and he caught her coming out from behind the rocks. And then when she goes behind the rocks, she picks the baby up, and the baby moves its head. So, either you have a ventriloquist doll, you have a really good Bigfoot suit, then you have a baby Bigfoot suit, but you designed it to be able to use your hand to make its head move. Okay, those are the only two. Either that or it's real. Those are your only two solutions there, right? So I think it's a cool video. I mean, if it's a hoax, it is absolutely one of the best hoax, maybe the best hoax out there. But like I said, that seems like a lot of money and a lot of work for what I would consider little to no financial gain. Yeah, I mean, people have done stupid things before, but putting your child in a Bigfoot suit out in the middle of the woods and risking it getting shot seems like a bit of a stretch to me. Austin, 1727. Why do you have to make me waste my time blocking you? Yeah, so the Bible, well, you're speaking of the Nephilim. The Bible mentions the Nephilim 3 times. Once in the book of Enoch, which was removed from the Bible. All right, Austin, goodbye. Your stupid little comment was worth it. So a lot of people will tell you that Bigfoot are Nephilim. I do not believe that. There's no reason to believe that, frankly. Nowhere in the Bible does it say anything about, hairy humanoids, bipedal hairy humanoids. It talks about giants. Again, it mentions the Nephilim 3 times. And the Nephilim were a byproduct of angels and humans. The angels, the watchers, lusted over the human females. And so, they did what they did, and then they birthed the Nephilim. But of course, this is all from, my unpopular opinion, probably. But anyway, it's all from what I consider to be a fictional book. Kind of sad that the third person that has jumped into the conversation tonight just wanted to talk about masturbating. Well, Anton, those are your words, not mine. I said that I believe it's a fictional book. And that's all I said. So, but people automatically get defensive, when you say the Bible isn't real. No, the Bible was written over the course of, what, 5,000 years? I mean, interpreted numerous times from scrolls written by men. It's just, to me, it's a book, like the Quran, like Huckleberry Finn. It's a book, and it doesn't have any magical powers, I mean, at some point, somewhere, I don't know, I would say that we're created, but we definitely came to be at some point. And how is completely outside of our realm of understanding. So when someone tells me, well, the Bible tells us everything we need to know. Well, that's true. The Bible tells you everything that you want to hear. But it gives you a solution to our problem, to our big question, is how we got here. So, and we don't know. Mention, don't not do. I don't know what that means. Well, thank you. I appreciate you being able to listen to someone else's view on things. A lot of people get so defensive and angry, and you can't talk about my God, my body. Well, that's your God, and whatever. And I don't go out of my way to disrespect anybody. But yeah, it's just, to me, it's not a thing. So, don't know. Said humans. Oh, you're saying humans don't come from monkeys. Well, that's true. They don't. Evolution does not suggest that we do come from monkeys. Never once has it suggested that. In fact, evolution is very misunderstood. What it suggests is that there was a group of creatures called primates. And I'm not a genius or anything, so I don't know what they came from, so forgive me, but just imagine way up top there's a group called primates. And each primate decides to go a different direction. Like, some of them go live in the sea, some of them go live in the jungle, some of them go to the mountains, some whatever else. And then there's humans that have evolved faster and, well, I'll just leave it at that, faster than other primates. So it's, scientifically proven that, yeah, chimpanzees are our cousins, gorillas are primates, whatever else. So we're all primates. But no, humans don't come from monkeys. This discussion is why I believe that mer people are a thing. And mermaids, merman, if anyone missed the mer people. But anyway, I think it's totally, in the realm of possibility to believe that a group of primates decided at some point that it was easier to live on the beach, easier to go fish, easier to eat coconuts, whatever else. And then the longer they stay in the water, the longer, I'm talking, thousands of years of evolution here, they can hold their breath longer and longer and longer. And humans have proved that that's the case. That's the fact. There's a group of people, I forget where they live exactly, but they can hold their breath for like 8-9 minutes because they've been doing this their entire lives, and their grandparents and their great grandparents. So again, you're genetically disposed to, or is that the right word? Well, anyway, so you have these things in your DNA, and then you do it your whole life. So it's like, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that some creatures just decided to stay in the ocean for the most part. And then you have what would be considered mer people, which is sort of a primate humanoid that lives in the sea. Sorry if that was a little left field, but it's true. That's how I feel. Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think it is Madagascar. It's funny, I have a really special photo that I want to share tonight. And this is about the slowest live I've ever had. Now, that's no offense to the people that are here. Thank you for being here. But normally we might have, you know, into the thousands. Everyone seems to be busy elsewhere tonight. But I'm still going to share the picture at some point. So if you stick around, you'll see it. But I'll be showing it to a very small audience at this point. Look at those nostrils. I'll put it to you this way, Eclipse. I don't care as much about numbers as I do about the type of people that are in here, because I kick people out of here all the time that say stupid stuff, talk shit, whatever. So I appreciate the offer. I do love Mr. Beast, big fan, but unless you can get Jimmy himself, I'll say no thank you. I don't want a bunch of kids in here running amok and having to kick them all out, you know. So I appreciate people that have an interest in the topic. We had that one night. I think one of our followers. Oh God, I think his name is Soggy Waffles. Nice kid, you know. He's definitely younger, but nice kid. But I think he did that. Like, he went and spammed our link to like a bunch of different channels just to get them to click on it, and then they all show up. And it was pandemonium. I mean, it was crazy. People, if you're the type of person that does a live chat and you don't ever read the stuff that goes on and you don't respond to anything, that's great. You get a bunch of kids in here spamming emojis and, you know, eggplants and cucumbers and whatever else. But when you're like someone like me, it's like I read every comment, I respond to every comment. So it was the craziest thing ever. Just like comments were just flying by, and it was yeah, it was absolute chaos. I honestly hope, Prophet, I hope that we don't ever really find a body. I mean, I think that either Bigfoot either bury their dead and their bones don't fossilize, which is totally possible, or they cannibalize their dead. I'm not really sure which, but either way, I don't think we'll find a body. And, honestly, I'm good with that. I'd rather just keep the mystery alive. And we were just talking about this earlier. Is like as soon as they find one, or and they know it's real, they're gonna go and hunt and find more. But see, I kind of figure that too. I mean, cannibalistic is really just being opportunistic, right? If you don't have the taboos of where the meat comes from, if you're just a bag of protein, even if your family member dies, it would almost honor them for you to eat them, so their loss helps you move forward, Let's see what else there is to look at. Well, I personally believe that they're subterranean, so they live in caves, for the most part. So there might be burial grounds under the earth that we walk on that we have no clue about. I mean, I have to agree with you on that, Prophet. It's like we don't know. I try to stay on the more logical side of Bigfoot, but I mean, some of the stuff I've seen in the pictures and videos and stuff that I get from people that submit photos, I have a hard time staying on the logical side. Or stories of Bigfoot prints in the snow that just stop, that just disappear. I mean, following, these tracks, and then they're just gone now. They just stop. So if anybody else was keeping track, that's impossible. And of course, the question is why, or I guess how is a better phrase. But we don't know, right? But there's so much about this existence that we don't know. So we should stop being so arrogant and believing that we know everything. Religion has it all figured out. We know what's going to happen when we die. People know, like, well, Bigfoot doesn't exist. Come on, man. Like, you don't really know anything. Oh, Billy Rob, look who's here. Well, that's the question, Eclipse. How do they travel so quickly? And a lot of people will want to talk about third dimension and trans-dimensional and stuff like that. And I mean, that would explain that. I don't know that that's, a fact or anything, but I don't even know if I necessarily buy into that conversation. But you got back surgery. You're on those good painkillers, huh? That good stuff. Yeah, if anybody's interested, Jesus, Billy Rob's having a good time tonight. This is a street in my neighborhood that has alligators swimming in the streets after the big storm. A lot of flooding. Hey, Prophet, you're really want to listen to something cool, check out My Bigfoot Sighting by Vic Cundiff. That is one of my favorite, absolute favorite. All right, Haley. Yeah, I think I remember getting a message. And I do believe I read it. Sorry for not responding, but I get a lot of messages. But yeah, I'll double check that and take a look at the picture. Unfortunately, I can't do anything right now. I'm live and my devices are tied up, but it's Vic Cundiff, and it's my Bigfoot sighting. It's available on like Spotify, different things like that. Very cool story, you know, actual accounts from the people that happened to. Well, I mean, that's a big question, Eclipse. You know, can they make portals? People claim that they've seen the portals. They've, you know, seen them coming out of them. I don't know. Well, if there's a third dimension, then this is just one of those dimensions, and they're coming from wherever, you know. Which I'm not saying I buy into that. I'm just saying that is the, you know, the possible theory. Look at this guy, Eric James. He's got some good shots from Washington. No, yeah, and I don't know. I don't get into the conversation about Dogman too much. I haven't seen enough evidence to like really get that conversation going, but maybe. I've heard some stories that are crazy. Yeah, animals know a lot more than we do. I mean, I think they animals are on a different frequency than we are, so it's like they can see stuff that we can't see and hear shit that we don't hear, obviously. You think so? Especially birds? I don't know, man. Cats and dogs, they do some freaky shit sometimes, you know. You know that they're seeing stuff that you don't see. That's even true with children though. Like, you know, I think children kind of grow out of that. Yeah, I've always wondered about the pineal gland and it being calcified and stuff. And in fact, I had a theory. I was asking pretty well anyone that was open-minded to this sort of thing if they grew up on city water or well water. And this is not a definitive question, it's just literally something I was curious about. And a very large percentage of those people have answered, I grew up on well water. And to me, that means you're getting less fluoride, chlorine, whatever the hell else they put in our drinking water, to calcify your pineal gland, you know? Oh man, I read that as cows. I was like, holy shit. Crows. That makes a lot more sense. Dennis Herstad here out of Pacific Northwest. All right, Prophet, based on that comment, let me ask you a question. What do you think the true purpose of national parks are? Think about that for a while. I don't have an answer. It's just a question. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. Protection of what, Eclipse? What are they protecting? Well, there's a lot of Sasquatch reports from national park areas, but why would they make that a restricted area where technically you can't be there unless they know about it? You know? So, and then there's areas in those national parks that we're not allowed to go. You think they're protecting us from, well, that's an interesting theory. I never really thought about it that way. Right, but that's really surface level, don't you think? Billy Rob, have a good one, man. Some emails, bro. Have a good night, man. You ignoramus, you. Shut down. Yeah, so they have absolute immunity to close down any area of a national park that they deem necessary for whatever reason. Cape Cod, what is that, Maine? Sorry, I know that's probably a stupid question, but it's... Oh, okay. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Gotcha. Well, I got a buddy up there in Maine. Scott Loomis, Monsters from Maine, and dude has pictures of some shit. Like seriously, really good stuff. Let's see, I think I have. This is poor quality. Forgive me, but this is Scott right here. Monsters from Maine, Scott Loomis. He has a YouTube channel. He specializes in dogmen, but also has some good pictures of Sasquatch. Well, from your phone, buddy, you can email me at bigfootinput@gmail.com. You can also message us on Facebook. We have a Facebook Messenger if you're on there. Yeah, so... Oh, Haley, what is that, what's that park there? Torres National Park? It's like in the Panhandle, like below Tallahassee. That's where Stacy Brown got his infrared footage, the infamous footage. Yeah, everything in Texas is more aggressive. Yeah. Yeah, we're actually having a nice little, and I do mean little, cold snap here in Florida. I mean, if you call 65 a cold snap, but for us in mid-October, that's not bad. Unfortunately, though, it won't stay. Oh, you know what? Can't show that one yet. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, 57, 56. You guys hear the train? It's part of my life. I mean, I've seen enough videos of it to, you know, think it's a thing. Yeah, I definitely think that. I didn't used to believe that. I used to think that was exaggerated, but now I think that there's enough video evidence, enough eyewitness, you know, accounts to talk about orbs and Bigfoot or orbs and Yeti being connected. Yeah, catfish, Bigfoot is a tough subject, man. Tough subject. Actually, no, that Haley, that's not the right one. Hang on, I'll find it. Florida has a lot of state parks. Yeah, definitely same species eclipse. Different parts of the world, just like black bears and polar bears, you know. Where the hell is this park? Isn't that bizarre? I know, I can't find it now. I'm not gonna stop trying here. Alright, here we go. Did they change the name of it or something? Like, what the hell's going on? Huh. Can't. Oh, wait. No, that's not it either. Damn it. Huh. Alright, I'll have to get back to you on that. I'm spending too much time trying to figure that out. But anyway. Yes, Haley, that's the one. Thank you. That, like I said, that's the one. Stacey Brown made a whole movie about it, like a documentary. He got some incredible IR footage out of that state park. And it's just a IR footage of a Sasquatch-shaped creature. Aliens are hard to believe for me because I don't believe that there's any form of humanoid that can travel that many light years, even with advanced technology. I mean, it's just such an incredible, mind-boggling distance, you know, to travel. Now, if you want to talk about like hollow moon or dark side of the moon or hollow earth, I'd get more on board with that subject. That explains aliens better to me than they're coming from a different galaxy. However, I mean, there's no denying that they've already found extraterrestrial beings. Like, they're already here. They, in fact, the government just admitted it, right? They had organic matter and technology since before Roswell. So, they're here. How they got here is a different question. Made you look, did you really come in here to say that? Like that was your whole goal this evening? Congratulations. Go delete your stupid comment. Yeah, I mean, black holes and travel, it all comes down to like varying dimensions. So it's like if you believe that there's like, 1, 2, 3, 4 dimensions, whatever, versus the, the ones that we have right here, which is just a single dimension, I guess, 2 dimensions. people believe that there's a third, maybe a fourth dimension, you know, and that's, I don't know, that's up for interpretation, I guess. Of course, everything is. Kansas Catfish and Lord Eclipse, you guys know each other? You're both from Kansas. Well, there you go. I just introduced you to. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate it. You know, we put out video. We do a live. We do this live thing like once every 2 weeks. We do an actual video where we do breakdowns of pictures or video breakdowns, you know, different things like that. We do those like, you know, hopefully once a week is what we shoot for. If you would subscribe, it'd mean the world to us, and you know, check out our videos. You know, may agree with our breakdown. You may have your own opinions, but either way, it's something we do, and people seem to enjoy it. So I don't want to toot my own horn and say it's good content, but I think we're getting there. Like I said, Haley, I post them every week. Usually, we try for once a week. It doesn't always happen, and I don't have a schedule. So whenever it happens, you know, because I work full time and have 2 YouTube channels, so whenever it happens, it happens. But I would suggest that you go and turn on notifications of the channel, and then that will let you know when the next video is coming out. I think we have 55 now. 55. Not videos, we have a couple hundred videos, but just the actual picture breakdown videos. I think we have 55 of them. They're called Cryptids with Commentary. The other channel is called Cryptic Input, just like Bigfoot Input, but cryptic. You know, meaning vague, whatever, cryptic. And it's mainly dark stories, like little short ones, like 5, 6, maybe 7 minute, you know, stories. No happy endings, you know, they're very dark stories with dark endings. And it's a new channel, you know, so we're still sort of working that out, you know, but I think we've got about, I don't know, over a dozen videos now, maybe 15. And they're neat little bite-sized stories. Alright guys, this is my special picture of the night. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. We were sent this picture by a user that he said that the first experience he had wasn't bad. But the second one actually, I don't want to embarrass the guy too much, but the story he told me was that he actually urinated out of fear, and ran and got back to his truck and hasn't been out to the woods since. So until he said he used his first name only, but until I clarify, I'm just going to refer to it as anonymous. I'm not going to actually say his name at all, but I think it's a fantastic picture, you know. In fact, he told me, he goes, I have a picture that's clearer than the stuff that you're looking at. And I was like, well, show it to me, please. So he did. He sent this to me. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, catfish. I'm well aware of pareidolia. In fact, I take measures to avoid pareidolia and to point it out when it happens. But sometimes, you know, you have to follow the story that goes along with the picture. You have to follow the people's motives on why they submitted the picture at all. You know, the fact that they are remaining hidden because they're afraid of ridicule, things like that. So there's a lot of variables along with just the picture itself. I can, yes, but not while we're live. No. YouTube doesn't actually have a way of me broadcasting these pictures to you guys. I have actually developed my own little system of filming the screen. Hopefully they catch up one day. I would love to be able to have an easier way of doing this. Yeah, the forehead wrinkles, I saw that too. I thought that was cool. I appreciate everyone sticking around tonight. Usually I have a room full of regulars, none of which are here tonight, which is weird. Yeah, I have catfish. In fact, we did a breakdown on it earlier in the channel. Do you have anything you want to ask about that video? Well, I'll tell you my opinion on it if you're curious, but I originally thought to myself, I was like, why is there no tapetum lucidum? Like, where's the eye shine, right? That was my first initial problem with the video. Nothing else, just that. There's no eye shine. Bright ass light, no eye shine. Then Thinker Thunker did his breakdown, and he actually showed the the eyelid blink. Like, he showed it, and I was like, shit, that's real. There's no way that an animatronic is gonna have a functioning eyelid. So that led me to the question: does tapetum lucidum, does it die with age? If it's a white Sasquatch, is it white because of age? Is it white because of albinoism? Does the eye shine go away with albinoism because that changes the color of their eyes, the redness? There's a whole bunch of like a wormhole of questions that came with that video. But I'm going to show you guys a shocker right now. If you haven't seen this already, if you're new around here, you probably haven't. This is a friend of mine, Kathy Westerman, Bigfoot World. You'll find them on YouTube and on Facebook. They're an incredible group. So I'm going to show you this picture here. Excuse me, this is on a separate device. So she takes pictures of tree structures in the Ocala National Forest, mainly Central Florida anyway. And she gets home and realizes, and she uses a really nice high-powered camera, right? So she gets home and realizes that these two creatures are behind that structure. Now these are skunk apes or swamp apes, so they're a little smaller than your average Sasquatch. They're more like 6 foot tall, a little lanky. And they definitely run on all fours, although they're capable of being bipedal, of course. But I think it's one of the most impressive skunk ape pictures I've seen in the last decade, so I like to give her credit where credit's due every chance I get the opportunity. So, Eclipse, we were talking about the state parks. I mean, it's hard for me to say what exactly I feel is going on there, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, there's an audio book. I listened to it a few years ago. And it was called, I think it was something to the effect of Bigfoot in the, Yellowstone. Incredible stories. Just incredible. Tip my device back. Thank you. I mean, Eclipse, show me a Skinwalker, I'll tell you how fast it runs. Skinwalkers are a weird subject, because anytime someone can't describe what it is they've seen, they can't call it a Bigfoot, they can't call it a Wendigo, they can't call it an alien, they call it a Skinwalker, so yeah, I don't know about that. It got to the point where I got tired of hearing the term Skinwalker. I'm like, because, everything's a Skinwalker. Yeah, because the actual God, where the hell is Ryan when you need him? Ryan Paul Tremblay. He's the guy that knows every creature in and out. But anyway, I believe Skinwalkers are cursed Native American spirits because they were cannibals, and now they're forced to sort of roam the earth. Anyone's welcome to correct me on that, but I think that's what the definition is. But yeah, there you go, Eclipse. That's pretty well it. I think cannibalism was involved, but yeah, so they cursed them, and now they roam the spirit world. Yeah. Wendigos are similar, but you want to run that by me again, Prophet? There's a lot of granite, like the Rock, not Dwayne Johnson, stone. Well, I mean, if you're asking about cave systems, yeah, totally. I mean, if you have mountains with cave systems, I mean, I think Bigfoot, for the most part, is subterranean. They live in cave systems. Along with, don't dismiss feral humans, which I believe is what the rake monster is confused with. I think people, the rake is nothing but a feral human. Really feral, like generational feral, like not just wild man, Kentucky hillbilly feral, like feral, like live in a cave, echolocation type feral. And yeah, I think they view humans as a food source. Why wouldn't you? You're just a bag of protein to them. So you're actually talking about granite and stone. No, I don't think that granite matters as much as rock to create cave systems. There was a map that came out a while back that showed the correlation between missing humans and cave systems. And it was very similar, very similar. And I don't think that's a coincidence. Let's see what else is there to have a look at. Oh yeah, Catherine Norris from New Zealand. Take a look at that. There you go. See the one nostril right there showing. These are the kind of little details that rule out pareidolia. Yeah, well, I think they do throw off a frequency. I think that's why most pictures are blurry. They control the vibrations, like the frequency around them. But it's not uncommon for when an alpha predator comes into an area, that the creatures around it will go silent. Well, Nikolai Tesla said that if we understood frequencies, 3, 6, and 9, that we could change the world. And I think these creatures have been around long enough, long before the Native Americans, things like that, that they've figured things like this out. And not to mention, hey, look, they're in nature, okay? They're out there in nature. They understand their environment better than we do. Humans are so arrogant. We just think that we know everything. But it's like, they're out there 24/7. They don't freeze to death. They don't get hypothermia. They don't starve to death, whatever else. So it's like they understand their environment better than we do. And they understand the earth better than we do. Yeah, it's hard to catch them on camera, and I love that question all the time. Like, there's no 4K footage, there's no good pictures. Well, A, that's not really true, and B, when you go to photograph bears, you know where the bears are, they're there, and you take your very expensive equipment out there and you set up camp and you take pictures of bears. Do you know that the Siberian tiger, everyone knows what a Siberian tiger is, right? We've all heard of it. We all know it exists. It's scientific. Do you know that there is 6 photos of Siberian tigers in the world? 6. So that means we've gotten 6 pictures of a creature that we know exists. We've gotten hundreds of photos of Sasquatch. But, again, they're not clear because it's always by some guy who's walking along a trail somewhere and then just pulls out his phone. Have you ever tried to take a picture of something last second? I mean, you can get an Apple, dude. I'm not going to hold on, but you go for it. But if you ever try to pull your cell phone out and then you got to go and put in your code to unlock the phone and then go pull up your camera app, do you think the Sasquatch is just standing around waiting for you to take that picture? By the time you get it, it's halfway gone and it's in motion, it's moving, and it's blurry. So, I get tired of the why are they all blurry argument. It really becomes redundant at some point. Yeah, what if that camera didn't have any sort of, I don't know how to say it, newfangled, technology that threw off anything? I don't know. Just a thought. This is not about Sasquatch. I just thought it was kind of funny. Apparently, somewhere, I'll say in my immediate area, there's a kangaroo on the loose. And spoiler alert, I am not from Australia. I don't live in Australia, I should say. Well, you know, that's a funny thing, Prophet, because there's a whole other side to that. He's not invasive, bro. He's just somebody's exotic pet, which, hey, I don't agree with, but I'm not gonna get on my high horse about it. I'm just saying he's loose in Central Florida, and they're looking for him. So, yeah, Prophet. So the question was, have we ever seen a Bigfoot carrying a stick? You know, are they out there really hitting trees with sticks? Or can they project their voice? Okay. So example is, now I'm not great at that. There's probably people that are even louder than me. But imagine if you have the power to project your voice, you know, very loudly. I personally don't think they're hitting trees with sticks. I think we made that up. I think it's a misinterpretation. But that being said, you guys, I'm going to take a pause for the cause. We are down to 7 whole viewers. If the viewer count doesn't rise, we'll probably end this early. But until then, I will be right back. Let's see what's going on since I've been gone. Nothing. Let's see. Wow. That's I forgot I put this photo in the slide. I didn't have to break out my other phone anyway. Here's what's funny to me though, okay? Look. If someone you knew showed you a picture that they took, you would be far more capable of believing that this was true, right? So you look at a picture like this. It's a very good picture. I mean, you can see that this creature back here has a ponytail. Where's my mouse? Right there. Ponytail right there. This creature's looking this way. This creature in the front here is looking forward. You can see its nose right there. So it's a very good picture. But the fact that I know the person that took it, to me, makes it gold. So then at that point, it eliminates the question, does this creature exist? And it answers it right there. So at that point, I know Sasquatch exists, or at least I know the Skunk Ape exists. And then, of course, my own personal experience in Pennsylvania adds to that, which my Bigfoot story is on this channel, and it is labeled My Bigfoot Story. Ooh. Sorry about that. You don't see the creature right here, Gary? The nose and the eyes and the big head. And in fact, there's two creatures. There's another one back here with a ponytail, or its hair is pinched back behind its head. It's actually looking off this way. Sure, no problem. It's that part of the night where the live drops out and comes back, and I always joke that the government is on to us, and maybe a joke, maybe not, but I think this one's interesting enough. You know, I don't know that it's something, right? I mean, look at the nostrils. But it almost looks like it has two faces. It's very, I don't know what's going on here. But again, you see this sort of big hulking creature with the head and the forehead and the eyes and everything, and then there's your nose. And I like using nostrils as a point to rule out pareidolia. Wow, excuse me, my voice just dropped. Pareidolia, because nostrils are, I'm not going to say they're not part of pareidolia, but it's like if the photo is detailed enough to have nostrils, then it's most likely not pareidolia. Yeah, I think that kind of makes sense. I mean, um, we have a photo of a, if you want to call it a ghost, I think that's fair, um, of a spirit. And I broke it down on our channel. And I mean, I think that makes sense. They're never 100% clear. Excuse my silence. I'm actually looking for that picture. Because, you know, we do mainly Bigfoot stuff, but we get down with the paranormal, you know, so. But this was actually, this photo was actually taken by my fiance. And it's one of the most impressive paranormal photos I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that I know the person that took it, I was there when it was taken, makes it all the more amazing. But if I can find it for you here, I'll show it to you. Might take me a second. We have a couple hundred videos on this channel, so there's a lot of hoopla to wade through. Ah, there it is. Give me just a second. I'll find a good still of it and I'll show it to you. Oh, here we go. Alright. So real quick, I'll give you the skinny on this. This is I mean, please go watch the video. It's a good video. It gives you all the details. But anyway, so we were at the Low House in Savannah, Georgia, and she likes to take pictures when like no one else is in the room. You know, that way there's not a bunch of people like schmucking up your photo. You know, I get that, but so this one, she had waited until everyone was out of the room, and she took the picture. Yeah, gotta find the screenshot now. Huh. Technical difficulties here. Oh, there we go. All right. So anyway, the only person that was left in the room was her and the tour guide. So she was taking a picture of the room with no one in it, and the tour guide showed up in the photo, which is not strange. But this little guy here, with the bald head and the glasses and the druid robes, he was not in the room. That's an apparition. So she took the picture, and she took two pictures, one without flash and one with. The one without flash shows a little like wispy kind of smoke type thing. The one with flash showed this. And no, she did not notice anything until she was going through her photos that evening. And then she was like, hey, look at this. And then the next day we went back to the Low House to ask if that lady was there because I wanted to show her this picture. And she was not on staff that day. But they said, well, can we see the picture? And we showed it to them. And one of the ladies actually left the Low. She just went outside. She just couldn't take it, you know. And I'm like, you know, it's kind of a, I guess, but Savannah is a weird place to work if you're squeamish about paranormal, you know what I'm saying? But all right, just yoink my phone back. Thank you. There was also other things there too, like orbs. There was a stairwell where, I don't know, I guess you want to call him like the help or the indentured servant or whatever he was. He fallen down the stairs and died, broke his neck at the bottom of the stairs. And there was an orb in that stairwell, which I was not surprised by. This picture, though, that caught me off guard. Not to my knowledge. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was a circular. I believe it was like, basically like if you were a servant, the kitchen was downstairs. So you would just walk down a set of stairs to get to, you know, I think I just saw it on the video actually. I could probably answer your question more directly. And I guess I could show you the orb. Okay, here it is. I found it already. Okay. Not a great picture, but no, it's not circular. There you go. And there's the little orb towards the bottom of the photo. Miguel himself took this one. Look at the nostrils on that bad boy there. Again, trying to differentiate pareidolia from real photos. And we get a real good look at this guy's nose. And my mouse just died. So, there we go. Nose, nostrils, right there. Well, I don't know about the spirit world, my guy, but basically this guy fell down the stairs and broke his neck. So that'll get you into the spirit world real fast. And I don't know if you guys ever did any, like, I never did any studying myself other than when I went to go make this video. But so the Lowe house, Mrs. Lowe, the lady of the house, she started the Girl Scouts. So you can thank her for all the cookies. Mr. Lowe experienced just nothing but tragedy in his whole life. His children died, his wife died, then the indentured servant fell down the stairs and died. You know, it's just his life was surrounded by death, or however you want to say that, I guess, intertwined with death. But kind of a tragic story, really. I'm gonna hop into the chat and I'm gonna drop you guys a link for our sister channel. So if you just can't stand not going over there and checking it out, I understand. Turn the volume right down on that bad boy. Sorry about that. View channel. We're live. Here we go. There you go. So if you really want to check out Cryptic Input, that's the link. Please do. Let's see what else is on this reel. Obviously the eyes are drawn in, but still an interesting picture. I mean, it's easy to say like a word, fake, but why? Like, why is this fake? I mean, look at the nostrils right there, right? And yeah, like the eyes are drawn in, as I said, but Mr. Midwest, Wiley, welcome. Welcome, sir. Aside from Billy Rob, you're the only regular that has been here tonight. I think Billy Rob had back surgery and he was on some sort of painkillers. So, whew. Let me step back and show you how we did with the hurricane. This is one of the streets in my neighborhood, and this is an alligator. Yeah, they're picking up real estate out there, bro. But you know what? Hey, honestly, I had no structural damage. You know, I can't complain too much. There's weird little things that happen that you don't really think about. Like right now, because of the flooding, which did not get in my house, by the way. So again, I'm thankful. I'm not complaining. But there's weird things you don't think about. Roaches and mosquitoes. Because of the standing water, they're heading for high ground. Now they're inside my house. So now I got to fight those little bastards. But again, I'm not complaining because I just have too much to be grateful for. So let's see, where were we? Let me show you this one, Wiley. I got this one from an anonymous well, it's not anonymous to me, but he didn't want his name broadcasted out there in the world. He said that the first time he saw this creature, everything was okay. The second time he saw it, he said that he actually urinated himself and ran back to his truck to get out of there and has not went hunting since. Thank you, sir. Yes, my family is all safe and well, and I don't have any complaints, especially looking around my neighborhood and seeing my neighbors throw out their entire houses to the curb because everything got flooded. So, you know, my house is elevated, like off the ground, so I can't really complain, you know. I know Kathy's camping. It's weird Tommy's not here. Tommy is usually here for everyone, so hopefully he's okay. Yeah, like he says that he doesn't know if it was like different creatures, maybe of the same clan, you know. But he said the second time he knew that something was out there, so he had his camera on him, and maybe the camera was what caused the hostility. I don't know. We've had a few cool photos tonight, but I think we've pretty well went through them all. I may go and make a second round. Of course, there's Kathy's photos. You've seen those before. This one I thought was pretty cool. This is Miguel. Like, this is the guy that actually edits. I shouldn't say edit. That's not fair. He scans all of the Bigfoot world photos and shows what he sees in the photos, which is cool. This one he actually took himself. Yeah, I agree, Wiley. I think that's why we see them with like ponytails and sunglasses and, you know, shit like that. I mean, I think that they really do try to like figure us out, you know, and, you know, live like us, or at least, you know, our culture. Yeah, let me know how it is, Eclipse. I've heard Wyoming is a wild place. I mean, it looks interesting enough. Is it Wyoming where Skinwalker Ranch is? Like that whole, there's like a huge piece of land where all the crazy shit like orbs and stuff go down. Oh, Utah. Okay. Gotcha. Is that true, Utah? I'm sorry, Idaho? I didn't realize that Idaho had that many mountains. I don't watch the show, you know, the Skinwalker Ranch show, but I am familiar with the phenomenon, obviously. But you know, I don't watch the contrived TV shows. I don't believe there's enough trustworthy anything there, you know, to make a show out of. So that doesn't make me better than anybody. I'm just saying I don't watch it. Right. And then it's like, you wonder what's going to happen next episode. Well, I'm going to tell you, nothing. Because if something happened in the next episode, it would have been on like real news, or you would have like heard it somewhere through the grapevine, you know. It's like finding Bigfoot. It's just one bump scare after the other that just keeps you tuning back in week after week. Yeah, you could. I mean, I do a 3-hour live show, and there's absolutely nothing, you know, exciting here at all. I'm kidding, but. Well, I switched pictures, but you can still give me your opinion. This one? I don't think that's a stick. No, I think he has a mustache. He's very fancy. You know what, Eclipse? I had that same question, and I went as far as taking snippets of his video and using Google Lens to try to figure out where that video was, and I still don't know. So if anybody knows, yeah, let me know, because I wasn't able to figure that out. Strange you bring that up. Yeah, but then I was like, where the hell is this place? It has to be in a different country. I don't think it's in like the US. The way the lighting was and everything, it looked weird. So, I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't find it on Google. So, you know, Wiley, there's a lot of like what I would call pareidolia going on in this photo. So, I try to like be careful with that, you know, because like even down here, there's like something going on down here. And I'm like, oh man, like there. And then I was like, up here, there's something. So I know that this guy, for like seeing the nostrils and stuff like that, I know that this guy is real. So. Really? New Zealand. Well, that makes sense. The architecture was strange. It just didn't make sense. I was like, there's no way an American built this. But now you're part of the whole AI, you know, movement. They know who you are. They know what's up with you, so. Give it up. I know. I kind of have too. I hate that about myself. I ask Siri questions. I'm like, shit. It's listening all the time, you know. But then like it'll say like, oh, we can't help you. And I'm like, so you listen to me every other fucking time of the day, but you can't help me when I need your help. Yeah, I got 2 phones on me and 2 phones at the house and a tablet and a Chromebook, and you know, it just goes on from there. But so I know well, I don't know her personally, but she's a cool, like, you know, person in my circle. Her name is Catherine Norris. Let me go find a photo from her. She lives in New Zealand, and She takes some pretty wild photos. Let me just find one real quick. We had it on the show earlier. Oh, there it went. There it went. There you go. Let me get that focused for you. There's that. You know, this is... Oh, Kathy. Coming in at the last second. Look at you. Welcome. Yeah, this is Catherine Norris. She's from New Zealand. So this is the kind of shit that she comes forward with. And I mean, she has some wild stuff. Like, just crazy stuff. Yeah, I know you're camping tonight. I'm not holding it against you. But it has been a pretty slow show. So, not saying that those two things are, you know, coinciding, but you weren't here and the show's been pretty slow. So, but we did show a few of your pictures tonight, so even though you weren't here. Let me show Kathy that picture that we were talking about. Yeah, no, we don't have any privacy left, my friend. I'm sorry. It's 1984 all over again. Actually, Kathy, I'm pretty sure you already saw Miguel's latest, which is this guy here. Super impressive, by the way. He said it was somewhere in Central Florida, but wherever the hell Miguel lives, I don't really know. But I think this guy is so cool, like with the nostrils up here, you know, right there. Like you can tell it's not pareidolia. Very cool. Get the nose bridge. Very cool picture. And but let me show you the picture that I was talking about. Kathy, I got this picture from a guy who did not want to be identified. And he said that he said that the first time he went out there in this area, he was fine. But the second time he went, he got so scared that he urinated himself and had to run back to his truck. Kathy, this is my neighborhood. This is south, you know where I live. These are the streets. They're flooded right now. And then we got gators swimming in the streets. Tolkien, what's up, brother? So yeah. Shit's wild out here. I mean, I'm okay, but I'm just saying, some of my neighbors, it's getting crazy out here. But these gators are picking up real estate, you know, the more water there is out in the streets. All right, anyway, let me keep going. Eric James, if you guys have not caught up to this dude, he's got some good stuff. Good stuff. Let me get this in focus. There's that. I've had neighbors try to take a chomp at me, but these guys... Do you guys ever see that movie Crawl? That's what it's like. Like this whole area floods like big time floods, flood, and like saltwater crocs come in and like this is their territory now, and they're gonna take over. All right, let me keep going. I want to get to that picture. I know Kathy is out camping, so she may not have good signal. Here you go, Kathy. So this is the one. The guy, like I said, he said the first time was fairly peaceful. The second time he went out, he got so scared that he peed himself and had to run to his truck. And he doesn't want his like name out there in the world. He said the first name is okay. I'm gonna keep him anonymous. Jesus. Anonymous? That doesn't sound right. But yeah, right here. Anonymous. Jesus. That word eluded me. Cause yeah, he hit me up. He was like, hey D-Rob, welcome, bro. He said, I have a clearer picture than what you're showing. And I was like, well, okay, show me, let me see. And he's like, well, I'll show you this. So he showed me that, like, without giving his identity, Yeah, you can almost see almost like lines in the forehead here, and the the hairline and everything before you get to the nose. Very cool. That big nose is very common. Folks, I'll be right back. Pause for the cause. Ooh. You guys notice that the older you get, the more frequent your bathroom breaks are? Have a good night, Kathy. Hope you have fun out there camping. No, Marquiso, I don't have the capabilities of circling, but I can put the mouse over here for you, right there. Big face, lips right there, large nose, inset eyes, big forehead, hair up here, plus the torso. You see the shoulders on either side with no neck. Top 3 favorite researchers. Dennis Herstad. Florida Bigfoot. And Kathy Westerman, Bigfoot World. Special shout out to what is her name? All right, scrap that. Yeah, no, I don't prescribe. I don't get down with any of those like mainstream guys like Colorado Bigfoot or Bobo or Cliff Brackman, whatever. I don't care about those guys. They're all just riding the coattails of other people. So. Jeff Meldrum, man, I don't know, man. I don't want to be like that guy that's like bucking all the mainstream guys just for the sake of it. Because I love David Politis. You know, I think Ron Moorhead's cool. But something about Jeff Meldrum just rubs me the wrong way, man. I mean, there was a big thing that came out of one of the Central Florida Bigfoot conferences where him and Politis got into an argument and he was kind of disrespectful. Another thing is like I follow his page and just the stuff that he posts, man, I'm like, he's just very arrogant and rude. So I don't fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing like, oh, I hate that guy. He just doesn't do it for me. Yeah, I guess if you really want to talk about widely known, which I guess I should have assumed, I mean, I like Vic Cundiff, but I think that he's more like me, where he just reports and pushes those stories to the surface. Like, I don't think he's not a researcher. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call him a researcher at all. Yeah, Paul Freeman's cool. What about Stacy Brown? I mean, he's cool, right? He's like got that cool IR footage from North Florida. Um, yeah, I mean, Paul Freeman, I guess he was a researcher, but I mean, he really only got lucky once. But I mean, that's, as a researcher, I guess that's what you have to accept as a reality, But I mean, I'll just be frank with you. I have seen more real shit on Bigfoot World, Kathy Westerman's page, than I've seen anywhere else. And I mean, I've been on some pages for a long time. I have never seen more real shit in my life than on that page. So if you want to talk about who is my favorite researcher, it's Kathy Westerman, hands down. Yeah, you're gonna make me mad, Wiley. I don't even want to talk about Todd Standing. Todd Standing, kind of had my interest for a while, and I was like, man, this dude, like, this is crazy. But then when you dig into who he is and the stuff that he's done in the past, you realize that this is just another stunt that he's pulled, to make money. There's another one of his documentaries coming out, and the sad fact is, bro, even knowing what I know, I'll still watch it. I will watch his next documentary because I want to know. I want to know what bullshit he's putting out now. I'll try not to pay for it this time, though. Last time I paid for it. Like, I didn't even pay, like, to watch that shit. I straight up bought it last time. I was like, this is great. I gotta have it. I gotta watch it. I gotta buy it. I gotta own it. And then when I started digging into it, I was like, oh, what the fuck did I buy? Or you could wait 6 months and wait for all the memes to come out. Damn, Kazaa still exists? Shit, you got Napster too, bro? You know what's really funny about that? It's totally off topic, forgive me, but my work, the company I work for, they constantly, I shouldn't say constantly, they every once in a while they'll send out a phishing email, and it's like it's an email that like maybe not, it doesn't look as like official as it should, and if you click on, if you even open the email, you don't have to click on shit, you gotta open the email. and they're all like, we got you, like, for fishing, you know, like, and I'm like, you bitches, man. And it's like, and then you have to go for like some training because you opened a phishing email. And I'm like, you know, the only person that's ever sent me a phishing email is you guys. My job. Wiley, I don't know if you saw this one or not, but there's a kangaroo loose. I wouldn't say it's in my neighborhood, but it's definitely in my area. They said that a bear came into his enclosure and like scared the shit out of him, I guess. So he like jumped the fence and he's gone now. So he's loose somewhere in Central Florida and they're looking for him. Right. I'm like, how high was that fence? I mean, first of all, I'm completely morally opposed to this. Like, these people have this exotic pet, which, you know, was shipped in from its native area of Australia. You know, it's there's a whole bunch of moral issues here, but let's get past that to the fact, like the fact that a bear jumped in this enclosure somehow, or maybe he was just trying to get in. Who knows? And it just like he's like, I'm out of here. He's like, you know, the food's good. I like getting like pets or whatever, but I gotta go. So he's probably more like a dog. So I don't work in an office necessarily. I work. How do I explain where I work? I'm part of a team, but we're all mobile. We're all satellite. Yeah, and we have designated areas. So I know that sounds like more Mission Impossible than it should, because it's not that deep. Like, you know, it's not that cool. But yeah, that's the story. Kangaroos jump. That's right. Birds gotta fly, fish gotta swim, kangaroos gotta jump. You know. And it makes you wonder, like, how long was he just like tolerating this fence? Because he's like, well, there's food here. These people are cool, you know. They feed me, like we get along. I don't have to box anybody here, you know. But then one day, here comes this bear, and he's like, all right, well, fuck it, I gotta get out of here. Right. He's here until he isn't. He's like, all right, well, time to go, mate. He's fucking out of here. I gotta be honest with you though, Wiley, like where I live, I almost wouldn't mind a few kangaroos. I mean, I know, they get out of control and then there's like fucking kangaroos everywhere, but I almost wouldn't mind to see a few kangaroos kind of hopping around. That would be kind of cool. Giant, what does it say? A giant can of Foster's on his way over the fence. Hell yeah. Hmm. You gotta get the blue one though. The green one sucks. Ooh, yeah. Kanga Gator. Gatoroo. Gatoroo. That's the move right there. Well, bro, maybe you're missing out, dude. Maybe you should try it again. I don't mind an oil can now and then. Like the green ones, it's ale, and the blue ones are lager, if I remember correctly. And they're really not that bad. I mean, hell, if you ever drank a couple PBRs, I mean, they're really not that bad. Um, so, especially if you don't have anything to do. Yeah, I know. Don't beer bong anything ever. Not, especially not in your 40s, dude. I don't think that there is a specific walk of life or, um, money tier class of citizen. I think that there are some people that are capable of thinking outside the box and some people that are not. And I get that. I had a theory for a while that I've been testing, which is people that think outside the box. Did you grow up with well water? Which I think is an interesting theory, which leads back to the pineal gland and calcification and fluoride, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things behind that, but anyway, I just thought it was cool. That's the end of that then. See, Wiley, this is the answer that I typically get. Was like, yes, as a child we had well water. So I'm thinking lack of calcification, lack of fluoride, etc. You know, decalcification of the pineal gland, whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter. Um, I think there's something there. I think that people that did not divulge in well water, I mean the city water rather, they think on a deep, like a different, deeper level. And that's a weird theory of mine. I ask a lot of people that to try to get straight answers about it. But think about it. What does you being a deep thinker provide for your local government or your, you know, government as a whole? All right, folks, we are approaching the 3-hour mark. So I appreciate everybody joining us. Thank you, Wiley, for coming in late, but I appreciate you joining us. I'm going to be shutting it down here in a moment. We'll be back not next Friday, but the Friday after next. Until then, we will be posting a new video soon. Please check out for that. Please check out our sister channel, Cryptic Input. I think I had a link for it there at some point. Let me see if I can post that again. Yeah, basically 2 weeks. It's every other Friday. Yeah, please, I'm listening. There's the link to our channel. Yeah, did you enjoy that video? Yeah, I don't think you can click it. You'll have to copy and paste. Not, not that tech savvy. So, I mean, I get the information from a lot of sources, dude, but uh, mainly the story was that he shot up a lot of speed when he was a kid, like 14, 15. And then when his mother moved into that like heroin like recovery center, like housing, that's when they both got into heroin. And again, I always like to tell a nice story, so it doesn't necessarily make it, historically accurate when we tell the stories, frankly. It seems like he was most of his life, like from very young teens on up. Yeah, pretty cool story. But if you haven't checked out our latest one, the blind date story, please go check that out. It's worth a watch, I feel. You know. Are you really? I feel like everybody can sort of, especially if you're in that genre, you can go in and find, things that are historically inaccurate, and I agree with you. But we just like to tell the story, and then, hey, enjoy it. Some of us kind of wish we were there to like experience it. But I know you're not. I'm not saying that at all. I don't try to be historically accurate, so it's okay. Thank you guys for joining us. I am going to call it a night, though. This is J Mac, and I'm out.